Hi, students. How are you doing? Welcome to Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across this video where I think there are huge Trump supporter from the tweet. The man tweeted, right. Looks like the karma like hit them like it's so quick, and they effed around and they are finding out. I think they got job to work with a veteran disabled or something like that, and it looks like they are about losing the job, and they just moved to a new place, like they bought new house, moved to a new place, and it looks like they are running low on income. So their only hope is to start that job, and it looks like that job ain't forthcoming. And they were like took to the social media to talk about it and said that they're a huge Trump fan, and he is calling people calling people to help them put the word out, calling who to help who put the word out. See, man, if you know where you bid, go and carry your towel there. Go and put the word out for yourself, because you all are the ones that mess things up and think it is not going to affect you. I love the fact that the comeback is so quick, because some takes time to come back. Right, everybody's experiencing and feeling it real good right now. Now let me say this: some people actually thought that DEI is just, at some point they started calling black people DEI higher, because to them it's everything is only black people that benefits from it. And I know how hard black people fought to be included in everything, because normally they were never included in anything. But you know what? Stay tuned. Let's get into this video.
Never. So another Trump voter has found out. Check this out. So I'm strolling through social media. I see a Trump loyalist on social media crying real fucking tears that Donald Trump fucked him and his wife. He on there crying, talking about his wife just got hired at the VA, and she supposed to start in 2 weeks. They just bought a house full of furniture, everything. But since Trump signed an executive order to roll back the VA, they rescinded her job offer. Now she has no job. These are Trump loyalists. He's on fucking social media crying. Oh man, that's the best feeling in the world. That's the best, I told you, feeling in the world. So now, this is what he said. No bullshit. He said, we need y'all to get the message out and get it to the White House so Trump could do something different. He say we need to get the message out to the White House so Trump can do something different. Well, let me tell you something on behalf of all the Kamala Harris supporters. You deserve what the fuck you get. I hope your ass lose everything. We tried to tell y'all. This is just another part of fuck around and find out 2025. And I guarantee you it's gonna be more stories like this. More stories. But this dude was literally crying real tears because Trump just signed an executive order to freeze the VA hiring. And they just bought a new house, new furniture, and his wife's supposed to start 2 weeks ago. Now she don't got a job. Oh man, that shit feels so good. It feels so fucking good.
So today I decided to not just let them lie to you and paint this insanely evil plot that they have as some heroistic empowerment for your civil rights. I'm just not going to do that. So Donald Trump got rid of the Equal Employment Opportunity Act, right? Just 80-60, right? I want to tell you what they paint the story as versus what it really fucking is, because they try to paint it as a positive and it pisses me off. When they talk about equal opportunity or they talk about DEI or things like that, they try to make it sound like what any logical person would expect it to be, where it's merit-based, regardless of your race, your religion, your gender. It's all based on merit. Can you do the job you're applying for? That's what they paint it as, because that's what it should be, right? But to them, this is what it is. And keep this in mind, right? Like, Donald Trump is the president, but there are a lot of people in his ear. Project 2025 might not be in the headlines like it was during the campaign, but it's here still. It's still very much a thing in play. It's a playbook that's here, okay? So while he's reading off that fucking teleprompter, no, it's not his fucking, all of his policies and shit that he knows the ins and outs. You think he knows all the details of the executive orders he signed? There are other people's ideas in play as well. Many of those ideas in the playbook that is Project 2025, written by fucking white nationalists. I'm going to talk a lot about white people today, and I apologize because I do love white people very much, and I don't mean to increase the divide that we're still fighting today in 2025, but I'm speaking to y'all because a large majority of it is y'all. I'm very aware it's not all of y'all, but a large majority of the fucking point being, when we talk about DEI, we're talking about historically how we have seen companies, opportunities, pathways to a better life be given to the white person because they're white. That's what we're seeing, point blank, period. Nothing to really say behind that. And these civil rights movements and things came along where we promote inclusion and diversity so we can say, hey, you got a lot of white employees. You got a lot of white residents in your community. But there have been a lot of black applicants. A lot of people of color have applied to live here, have applied to work here. Can you explain why they haven't gotten the same opportunity? They're not all unqualified. And then slowly but surely, we started being included and given the same chances that the white people got. What it was is, hey, I'm just as qualified. Stop ignoring me because I'm not white. And then we have the fucking Equal Opportunities Act and things like that. Break down what DEI is to them in modern times. It's when they apply for a position or a role or a residency or whatever the fuck it is, and they think that, oh, well, even if I'm less qualified, then I'll still get selected because I'm white, and the person that's equally as qualified to me, or even though it pains them to believe it, more qualified than me, as long as they're a person of color, it doesn't matter in this application process because I'm white. This is a white person's land. This is a white person's country, so I'll get the job. And when that doesn't happen, which it rarely does nowadays, because of the civil rights policies in place, that's when they call it DEI problems and corruption from the federal government and shit like that. When they don't get selected because they're whites, just because they're whites, regardless of merit or anything like that, when they don't get selected because of their rich parents or who they know or just the color of their fucking skin, then it's a DEI problem. That's what's going on. Don't let them sit here and be like, oh, this is something for everybody to be included with and it'll be equal opportunity based on merit. No. These policies and laws wouldn't need to be in place if that's how it was prior to. Why the fuck would we have a goddamn equal opportunity law in place if it was always equal opportunity placed on merit? You think we just made that shit for giggles? It pisses me off that they paint it like a positive. It's just like when they talk about rewriting history and making it seem like slaves developed key skills to help them in society from their time as slaves. Shut the fuck up. If your plan is to take us back to the 1930s where white people get first dibs on everything simply because of the color of their fucking skin, you're going to have a lot of fucking battles to fight if that's the reality you want to go back to. Let's move on to Elon Musk. Here's my thing with the sign he threw up at the fucking inauguration or whatever. Everybody's talking about, oh, it was a Roman salute. He was giving his heart out to the people, yada, yada, yada. Two things. One, if he was just doing that, if it was a Roman salute, go outside and do it. Walk in the middle of your job right now, stand on a chair and do it. Go to your largest mall in your area on a busy Sunday and do it. Record yourself doing it and post a video. It's just a Roman salute, though. It's just a Roman salute. My second point. If I am Elon Musk I own X. I'm the world's richest person. My voice can be heard at the snap of my fingers worldwide. And I see these news stories circulating saying that I threw up the Hail Hitler sign. If I'm not a Nazi, and I don't want that being said about me, all I have to do is make a statement. Hey, I saw these headlines. I want to clear this up for you. Here's the statement. It's 2 days after he did that shit and he said nothing. Y'all are speaking for him for what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why can't he say it for himself? Why can't he say, hey, I see there's some confusion. Let me clear the air. It wasn't this. I meant to do that. Why can't he speak for it? Why can't he correct it? My third point about Elon Musk, because I heard y'all the entire fucking campaign trail talk about nobody voted for Kamala. Why does she get to run for president? Why is this fair? What's that process? One, while the other guy running for president was literally a convicted fucking felon. And two, with this Department of Government Efficiency and Elon Musk, who the fuck cast one vote for Elon Musk? Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it not every federal official at some point in that process has had to be voted for by an American citizen? At least one. So who the fuck voted for Elon Musk to be a part of fucking anything? That's why we don't speak to y'all. That's why we cut y'all off. That's why we don't care to argue. You attack this side for supposedly going against the process when Kamala had all the right to run for president. But then when Trump just installs this supposed new department and picks a head guy that nobody voted for, y'all don't say shit. I hate y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not. I hate you. I hate you. What this is a bunch of white nationalists trying to make this their envisionment of America again. When they say, oh, this is great for civil rights and equal opportunity based on merit, what they mean is, oh, I'm friends with him, so when he has kids, I'm going to give them the opportunity no matter what, because that's my white, wealthy friend, and this is our country. That's what they mean. Don't let them fucking confuse you. And to the white people that aren't on board with that shit, I love you tremendously. I know that there are millions and millions and millions and millions of white people in this country that would never do some shit like that, but somehow the ones that would wrote the playbook for the current administration. And I will never shut the fuck up speaking about it. It is beyond scary times.
Donald Trump was 18 when segregation ended. Donald Trump was 18 when segregation ended, and he was 19 when President Lyndon B. Johnson signed into effect the Equal Employment Opportunity Executive Order. I'm seeing people ask why. Why would Donald Trump sign an executive order which revokes Lyndon B. Johnson's executive order? Why does he want to get rid of DEI? And my theory is vengeance. During his most formative years, from 0 to 18, he watched people fight tirelessly to not have to integrate with Black people and other people of color. And on the brink of his adulthood, segregation was ending and orders were being signed for non-discriminatory practices for hiring and employment. I feel like at one time or another, Trump was passed up for an opportunity in his life. And instead of looking inner and saying, well, maybe I just wasn't smart enough, maybe the other person was more qualified, he thought it was strictly because of the ending of segregation and these non-discriminatory practices. Also keep in mind the 1973 federal lawsuit that was brought against Trump and his company for alleged racial discrimination at his housing development. This is just my opinion, but I don't think Trump ever wanted segregation to end, and I think that he blames the ending of segregation and the implementation of equal opportunity orders on his shortcomings and some of his legal troubles, and I think that he would try to bring segregation back as much as he possibly can. I honestly think that he is holding a grudge, and this is his way of trying to vindicate it. He genuinely views anyone who is not a straight white male as a DEI hire. Only our third day out here, and it is already so spooky scary. Spooky scarier than J-Lo's live vocals. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
While we're sitting out here talking about what Donald Trump can't do, the federal DEI employees have all been sent home with pay for now, but they've also been told they may not have a job to come back to. So the positions they were filling, the jobs they were doing, what's going to happen to those jobs? What's going to happen to those duties they had? What's going to happen to the programs they were probably working over or overseeing or funding? It's all going to come to a screeching halt. So, where you would have been allowed in the room to be considered, you won't even be allowed in the room anymore. But Donald Trump can't do anything. Okay. So far, he's already laid people off. They're already out of there. Even though he can't do nothing, they're out of there. And they don't necessarily know if they have a job or not. Out of everything he said, I didn't hear him say that he was going to get rid of the Civil Rights Act. I didn't hear him say he was going to eliminate the DEI. But now he's done that, and he's removed the Constitution off of the White House website, which goes to tell you he does not plan to follow the Constitution. So, again, he can't do what now? He can't do anything? He can't do this, he can't do that? You're trying to apply logic to where there's total insanity. You already lost. You're thinking in the mind frame of somebody in their right mind. You're thinking logically. There's no logic to Donald Trump. It's just complete and total insanity. He's now on this huge power trip. Oh, you guys have boasted him up to monstrosity size. And now he's ODing on the power. Y'all gave this demented, crazed racist all this power to wield at his command and at his wants and desires. And now we're seeing the repercussions of it. DEI is just the very beginning. The Civil Rights Act is just the very beginning. After this mass deportation and all these positions out here that the illegal immigrants was taking care of, they were working, they were doing, who do you think he has in mind for those low-paying, hard labor jobs? He already told you. He said they were coming here, the illegal immigrants were coming here stealing the black jobs. He saw y'all, or us, in those positions that the illegal immigrants were working. The farmers, the ones the farmers were hiring to go out and work their fields and to go and harvest their crops. And the jobs in the hospitality and the busing of the, working in the kitchen and washing your dishes and cleaning your homes. He saw all those as black jobs. So who do you think he expects to take over those jobs? And the reason he expects you to take over those jobs is because he's wiping out everything that got you in the doors of better jobs. So what it looks like he's planning on doing is taking away access from any job other than the jobs he considers black jobs. You still think he can't do nothing? Keep your head in the sand. And when you look up and you have ankle chains on and you're in chains on your hands, on your wrists, I guess you'll wake up then. Because the biggest benefit they have on their side is we not taking it serious. We thinking, oh, that can't happen. Keep thinking that can't happen. I believe that's the same thing they said in Germany before Hitler did what he did with all those concentration camps. And because we refuse to learn from our history, we are doomed to repeat it. So buckle up. This is just the beginning.
This is all I got from this video. And Jones, the lady who said that Donald Trump was 18 years when segregation stopped, right? Which means he knew what, he was very much aware of what was happening, what was going on, because 18 years was just a whole lot. I mean, like a whole adult, right? So it's not like it's new or it's something that he did not know. Sometimes people really do not understand what they are getting themselves into, not until they experience it. And there is nothing as beautiful as experience, because it is definitely the best teacher. That is for those that want to learn, because some people do not want to learn. So to him, like she said, that it feels like he doesn't want segregation to end. And he is acting like that. Because tell me why in less than the day you just was one, how many executive orders were signed and the rest of it? Now, I am going to ask this question, and I hope you people are frank, like very frank with it. When it comes to DEI, who are the people, like the people that benefits more from DEI? The same thing as affirmative action, because back then I already took my time to check what affirmative action, how how Black people benefit, Asians and all that. I am not saying that we do not benefit from all this. We benefit, but we do not benefit a lot. Like, we are not the sole benefactors of all this. Now they struck out affirmative action. Now it is DEI. Okay, what do they mean? DEI struck out. When you look around, when you check, you definitely will find out that white people, or should I say white women, benefit more than any other group or any other people when it comes to DEI, right? I have also brought videos here where I talked about how people that look like me were looking for job, apply several places and all that, and we're not able to get a job, not until they probably changed their names and all that, and they started getting invite for interview. The same thing as how looking for house or buying an apartment. When they find out that this house is probably is a Black person that is selling it, it probably goes the prices will turn up their crazy. But when it is the prices increases, all right? And also, I remember bringing video of a woman, like a Black woman. She sounds so white. When I say so white, so white. She was looking for apartment. She couldn't get apartment. Then she decided to be calling them on phone. So when she calls them, she really sounds so white, right? And they when she calls, they offer her to come and set the place and all that. Not until she pulls over and they are saying a Black person. So they are like, how? We thought you were a white person. And then before you know what's going on, they change. Like, we don't know. I'm sorry, probably, as some people really looking at. No. Now, with all the laws too that that is being in place with the DEI and all that, yet the Black people are still discriminated and the rest of it. So, what is even on the essence? So, I understand that as important as DEI is, because a lot of us are also, Black people are benefiting from it, other people are also benefiting from it, right? Why? Why are they making it look like we cannot survive without it? As much as we need it, we are not the most important people benefiting from it. I know how hard it is going to be. Like, you all already know, it is going to be tough, it is going to be hard and all that. But they make it look like it is a Black thing. And then they end up calling you a DEI hire, right? When there are also DEI. Ooh. It is wide. On a serious note, it is wide. But then what I am going to say is that you all already can see the way things are going and all of that. And then the story, the last man talked about how a white brother sold out his hoping that he is going to get a job. And now you can see what is going on. And they are asking Democrats or asking black people to put out their voices. What happened to your voice? What happened to it? Use your own voice. Some people really do not understand the weight of what they are doing, not until it starts affecting them. Now, I see a lot of them saying, I am a Trump. I probably cannot sound like them. I know I'm a typical African woman, but then I'm going to try, I'm a Trump girl. I support Trump so well. And you see things, no, it's not. It's a no. It's a no now, right? Because you are saying the nonsense you voted. Now it is a no. But before, you thought it was not going to affect you. It was a yes. Now it is affecting you. It is a no. And for the women, the women that are, I heard about tax that they were going to remove, you can't claim your child if you are collecting child support. Some of them are crying. You all haven't even started crying because the cry is even too early. By the time we'll get into this is January. By the time we'll get February, March, then 1 year, 2 years, your tears will definitely dry up. See you all in my next video. Just get ready. Bye for now.